us to heavyweight boxing today?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Chris, the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man, I was just sitting here thinking, man, about 5 or 6 years ago, and I'll leave a link to the video if you're interested in watching it. But I made a video, man, about six years ago about it was about Pete Rademacher taking on Floyd Patterson in his pro debut for the heavyweight title. Pete Rademacher, he won the 56 Olympic Games at heavyweight. And his pro debut, he fought for the world title, man. And back then, 6 years ago, I was like, man, I don't think there'll ever be a situation where somebody make a pro debut, man, and fight for the heavyweight title. Now, although Ngannou didn't fight Fury for the heavyweight title, he was, because, it was a non-title fight, but Tyson Fury still looked at as the heavyweight champion. All right. And I've seen questions out there, is this the best that somebody has done? And, taking on a guy that's the heavyweight champion in their first pro fight, was this the best performance? I would say yes, man. And I will say, let's not forget about Pete Rademacher, man. For those of you who don't know about that story, go look that story up, man. Like I said, Rademacher won the 56 Olympics. He was a national champion, a Golden Gloves champion, won the championship in the Army. And he actually knocked down Floyd Patterson in the second round. He actually hurt him with a right hand, had him hurt real bad. And then Patterson got up and just put the beat down on Rademacher. I think he stopped him in the 6th or 7th round, I forget. But he knocked him down about 6 times, man. You know what I mean? So don't forget about that, man. But going into that fight with Floyd Patterson, there was a lot of backlash to that fight, man. Rademacher and his people, they had to reach out to Cus D'Amato, because Cus was Floyd Patterson's trainer at the time, when Patterson at that time was the youngest heavyweight champion. And we know one of Cus's proteges actually beat that record. Mike Tyson became the youngest to win a strap at heavyweight. But Rademacher's people had to reach out to Cus. First, they offered him like $100,000 for the fight, and then Cus said no. He thought it was just a big joke. You know what I mean? Then they end up offering Cus $250,000, which he took the fight, but the National Boxing Association, first they protested it. They refused to sanction it. They would not want nothing to do with it. The Washington State Commission didn't want to sanction the fight. And then the commission in Washington ended up voting against it. Well, first they voted against it, then they voted to have the fight. And we know Pete Rademacher is from Washington, so the fight was in Seattle. So it was a hometown fight. Like, he had to cater for this. They had to give the money to Floyd. And then they had, they got the stadium out there in Seattle for the fight. And Rademacher was looked, even though he won the gold, in today's age, you win the gold, people think, think you're going to have a bright future, but he won the gold at 28 years old. Even the writers out there, one of the writers for the Seattle Times was saying they thought that Rademacher was a shop-worn heavyweight. Even though he won gold, he does not need to look into having a pro career. Like, they didn't think much of him, you know what I'm saying? Which is kind of crazy looking at it, because he won gold. But yeah, man, Francis and Ngannou, I think his performance was better than Rademacher's. Rademacher got stopped in his fight. Both of them lost, but he got stopped in his fight. He got knocked down about 6 times, man. But he did have a shining moment in that fight against Floyd Patterson, knocking him down in the second round. But just wanted to, throw that little bit of history out there. And there's other guys, man, that could have had this type of opportunity. We know, Wilt Chamberlain was going to fight Ali at one time, and was it Ed Too Tall Jones was going to get in there and fight somebody, and don't forget about guys like Teofilo Stevenson, who could have fought Ali in the 70s, but being out there in Cuba, they didn't want that to happen, even though they offered him a lot of money. And then another Cuban fighter in the 90s, Don King, was trying to get Felix Savon to fight Mike Tyson. And we know that Savon won the heavyweight gold medal, not the super heavyweight, because I think Klitschko won super heavyweight in 96. In the summer of 96, and Savon won the heavyweight. All right, so we could have saw Savon versus Mike Tyson back in the 90s, but it didn't happen, or Stevenson versus Ali back in the day in the 70s. All right, but yeah, man, this Francis Ngannou and Fury, man, just kicking up a lot of discussion right now. But I was seeing that question thrown out there: was this the best debut for a guy fighting the heavyweight champion? And I know this is a little bit different because Fury's title wasn't on the line, but he's still the champ. Well, him and Usyk, but you guys get what I'm saying. But just want to say, man, don't forget about Pete Rademacher, man, when he fought Floyd Patterson. All right. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm gone.